In September 2001, letters containing anthrax spores were mailed to media offices and government facilities. The ensuing investigation became one of the largest and complex in the history of U.S. law enforcement. Today, should you encounter a suspicious package or letter, the following guidance will help maximize safety and minimize disruption. The Arizona Department of Health Services has developed training objectives to provide information and instructions on the appropriate steps one should take if a suspicious package or letter is encountered. Your training objective is to review the materials so that you may maximize safety while minimizing the disruption associated with these incidences. Recent local and national events have raised concerns about how to recognize and handle suspicious mail and packages. These guidelines and procedures are based on the recommendations by the U.S. Postal Service, the FBI, and the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. Potential threats include weaponized biological powders, aerosols, and mail bombs intended to harm recipients, invoke fear, or disrupt operations. You may encounter a real threat, a hoax, or even from time to time misinterpret items that are of question. Whatever the circumstance that leads to your suspicion, always promote safety. Better to be safe than sorry. Remember to follow protocols, maintaining lines of communication. And apply common sense. Think clearly and respond thoughtfully. Items sent to the U.S. Postal Service will have a preliminary screen performed. Some postal facilities have on-site air collectors that use PCR to test samples. These tests are considered screens and detect a limited number of agents. Remember that items sent through private or commercial couriers may not have been previously screened. As a precaution, mail is screened at all levels, reviewing acceptable postage, screening for irregularities, and following protocol when suspicious. Routing acceptable items each day to agency buildings across campus. Items are reviewed within offices. Appropriate postage is identified. Basic guidelines are followed. The receipt of items through private or commercial couriers should be managed in reception areas. Together, we are all aware. Suspicious signs include no return address, restrictive markings, excessive postage, misspelled words, wrong title with name, oily stains on wrapping, protruding wires, strange odor, badly typed or written postage. following are actions to avoid. Do not open the item. Do not move it or disturb it. Leave it where it is. And do not bring it to show others. Don't pass it along. Do not panic. Do not shake the contents, and don't get any of the material on yourself. If you open mail that contains an unknown substance, remain calm, do not try to clean it up, leave the area, alert others, contact your supervisor, and wash your hands. Here's an example of suspicious mail and package protocol. Leave item alone. Cover the item. Turn off fans or ventilation system. And section off the area to prevent others from entering. Leave the room and close the door. Wash your hands with soap and water and immediately contact your supervisor. Your supervisor will arrange the appropriate support. If you are a supervisor, do not enter the potentially contaminated area. Gather as much information as possible, call 911, report the situation, and be prepared to meet them upon arrival. Provide as much detail as possible, describe the item, describe if there's any known substances or reactions that have occurred or any perceived threat, and notify the appropriate authorities. Follow your notification protocols. Those that have encountered the suspicious mail or package, evacuate the area, wash your hands, and await support. If you suspect you may have been exposed, note that symptoms are more immediate with chemical exposures. Biological exposures may take 1 to 3 days for the onset of symptoms. The state lab can conduct tests within 5 to 6 hours, and treatment is available. Remember to go to a designated safe area and await health and safety support personnel. In summary, remember, always promote safety. Remember to follow protocols. Apply common sense, thinking clearly and responding thoughtfully. Awareness, preparedness, and planning can help you safely respond to maximize safety and minimize disruption if you encounter suspicious mail and packages.